does the Commission of Inquiry is going to do its job. In the Commission of Inquiry, these are the members. Right Honorable Mr. Fox, Mr. Leopard, Mr. Rhinoceros, Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Alligator. These are the members of the Commission of Inquiry. And in that, Mr. Fox is the chairman and Leopard is the secretary. These people are going to collect the details. They are going to investigate the matter. They are going to find the reasons for the dispute between the man and the elephant. In the dispute, the man is the petitioner. Elephant is the accused one. Here, you know that elephant is the representative of Europeans and man is the representative of native people of Africa. He is one of the Africans. He is going to represent them. He is the sufferer. He is affected by the action of the elephant. It means the man's hut is occupied by the elephant illegally. That is the problem. So now the commission has started to do its job. That is the thing of finding the reasons for the dispute. The commission had to take the evidence. Now the commission has started to collect the evidence from both the parties. Who is to be given the first priority, first opportunity to speak out before the Commission of Inquiry? The first opportunity should have been given to man. Okay. But here, what is going to happen? The Right Honorable Mr. Elephant was first called. Instead of calling the man, they have called the elephant to speak out. The first opportunity to speak in front of the Commission of Inquiry is given to Mr. Elephant. See that he came along with a superior aid. The elephant came before the Commission of Inquiry with a sort of superior aid. What do you mean by superior aid? It is showing its power in front of the Commission of Inquiry. It is showing that he is the first minister and who has got the highest position in the ministers in the kingdom of the lion. The lion is the king of the jungle. In that, Mr. Elephant is having the highest position. There are so many other ministers. Among all of them, he is the first one who has got the highest priority in the administration, in the group of ministers. That's why it is showing its superior power, superiority complex, superiority that is being displayed by the elephant when it was coming in front of the Commission of Inquiry. Brushing is touched with a sapling which Mrs. Elephant had provided and in an authoritative voice said, when it is coming, it also brushed its tusks with saplings. Okay. How it showed its superior air? By brushing its tusks with the saplings which were provided by the Mrs. Elephant. Mrs. Elephant. Okay. And also it started to speak in an authoritative voice. It started to speak in an authoritative voice. It means he is superior to all of these people who are in the Commission of Inquiry. Such a power it is showing in its voice. It is saying that, gentlemen of the jungle, there is no need for me to waste your valuable time in relating a story which I am sure you all know. All these people, all the members of the Commission of Inquiry know the story, know the reasons, know the problem, know the dispute between the man and the elephant. Now again, he doesn't want to narrate the same story people. The elephant doesn't want to tell the same story which is already known to these people regarding the dispute between the man and the elephant. I have always regarded it as my duty to protect the interests of my friends, and this appears to have caused the misunderstanding between myself and my friend here. Actually, the elephant is a crooked fellow, and it is telling that he is trying to help the man. He has tried to protect the interest of friends. That created a sort of misunderstanding between the man and the elephant. This is the first evidence it gave. It did not want to cause danger to the man. It wanted to protect the interest of the man. What is the interest of the man in this case? Let us understand. He says, he invited me to save his hut from being blown away by a hurricane. There was a problem. Hurricane was blowing heavily. That was going to blow away the hut of man. The man is having the hut due to torrential rain, due to heavy wind, that is hurricane. The hurricane was going to blow away the hut. At that time, the man requested to protect his hut from being blown away by the hurricane. Now, as the hurricane had gained access owing to the unoccupied space in the hut, I considered it necessary in my friend's own interest to turn the undeveloped space to a more economic use by sitting in it myself. See that? It is telling that in the hut there was a lot of undeveloped space. It means empty space, unoccupied space. Because of the unoccupied space, the hurricane had taken more access into it. It had gained more access into the hut due to undeveloped or unoccupied space in the hut. So, what did the elephant do? When the man requested to protect it from being blown away by hurricane, it went inside the hut. And it occupied the space which is not utilized by the man, and it protected the hut. Already it said that it wanted to protect the interests of his friends. The same thing, with the same reason, it is telling that with the same reason, it went inside the hut, occupied the undeveloped space, and that is how it protected. The same thing would have been done by anybody else in the similar circumstances. It is not that only elephant would do that, anybody else would also do the same job to the man when they wanted to protect the hut from being blown away by the hurricane. This is the details it gave to the man. A duty which any of you would have undoubtedly performed with equal readiness in similar circumstances. Okay, in such kind of situations, anyone could do the same thing. That is what the elephant said before the commission of inquiry. Having heard all the details, whatever which is given by the elephant, now the commission of inquiry, what they are going to do. After hearing the Right Honorable Mr. Elephant's conclusive evidence, now it is over. Whatever the elephant had to say, that is over. After that, the commission of inquiry, what they did, the commission called Mr. Haina and other elders of the jungle, who all supported what Mr. Elephant had said. See that Now the commission of inquiry next called Mr. Hyena to give the evidence. Whatever it said, whether it is true or not, they asked Mr. Hyena. And also other elders of the general. All these people who are in favor of Mr. Elephant, what they did, they supported the elephant only. Whatever the elephant said, these people supported him. Now, having heard that, having taken the details, what the commission of inquiry is doing, they then called the man. Now, the man is given the next opportunity. Okay, first priority is given for this, and the second opportunity to speak out in front of the commission of inquiry is given to the man. Now the man is going to speak about the dispute. Why did it happen? Who began to give his own account of the dispute. But the commission cut him short, saying, "My good man, please confine yourself to the relevant issues." See that? When the man started to give full details about the dispute from the beginning, he started to say, what is that? See, one day we had the friendship. One day there was a torrential rain. At that time, elephant was staying out, being drenched in the rain. To protect its trunk from the torrential rain, the elephant asked a little space in the hut, which was of man. The man, having seen the situation in which elephant was suffering, the man offered the space in the hut. It was not sufficient for both of them, only to keep its trunk gently. At that time, the elephant pushed the man out of the trunk and he laid down comfortably by occupying the entire hut. Thereby, man lost his hut. All these details he started to give. At that time, what the commission of inquiry did, they cut him short. They told the man not to tell all the story. The entire story must not be narrated by the man, because they already know about it. They say that, "My good man, please confine yourself to the relevant issues." Okay, only to the point, only to the relevant issue you must speak. Don't explain too much beyond that. Why? Because we have already heard the circumstances from various unbiased sources. The commission of inquiry is telling that they have heard all the details from various unbiased sources. Unbiased means neither to any one of them, neither to the side of any one of them, either to the man's side or to the elephant side. They have collected the evidences. They have collected the information which is going to be impartial one. From both the sides, they have collected the information from various sources, from different sources. That is what the commission of inquiry is telling to the man, to restrict only to the relevant issues of the dispute, not to describe too much. All we wish you to tell us is whether the undeveloped space in your hut was occupied by anyone else before Mr. Elephant assumed his position. You know that there was undeveloped space, unoccupied space, as it is said by the elephant. Now the commission of inquiry is asking the man to tell whether this undeveloped space was occupied by anyone else before the elephant occupied the space in his hut. That is the only thing the man was told to say yes or no. Now the man should say yes or no. Okay, whether there was anyone before the elephant occupied the space occupied it or not. That should be said, that should be told by the man. Now the man is going to say. The man began to say, no, but. That much only he said. No. It means it was not occupied by anybody else before the elephant occupied it. Only the elephant was the first one who occupied the undeveloped space in the man's hut. Now, the Commission of Inquiry started to do its job. But at this point, the Commission declared that they had heard sufficient evidence from both sides and retired to consider their decision. They said that they have collected sufficient information, sufficient evidences from all sources related to the dispute. That is what the Commission of Inquiry is saying. We have collected sufficient evidences from all sources related to the dispute. And now they are going to retire. It means they are going to leave the place to consider their decision. Okay. Now, after enjoying a delicious meal at the expense of Right Honorable Mr. Elephant, they reached their verdict, called the man and declared as follows. All these people went to the elephant's house and they enjoyed a delicious meal. In fact, the elephant had prepared a delicious meal for all these people who are there in the Commission of Inquiry to take their favor, to get their favor. In order to make them give the judgment in favor of the elephant spent some money and arranged a delicious meal. All these people went to the elephant's house and they enjoyed it. Now they have come to read their verdict. They are going to tell what is their decision, what is the judgment they are going to announce. They reached their verdict, called the man and declared as follows. What is the judgment they are going to say? In our opinion, this dispute has arisen through a regrettable misunderstanding due to the backwardness of your ideas. They told the man, the Commission of Inquiry told the man, the dispute was only the result of the misunderstanding. The dispute happened because there was a misunderstanding between the man and the elephant. And while there was a misunderstanding, they also made some allegation, that is, he was backward in his ideas. It means he was not intelligent, he was not educated, he was not good enough to understand the effort made by the elephant. It means when the elephant went to protect the hut, that caused a misunderstanding. The man misunderstood that. That's why the dispute happened between them. Now, it is also saying that we consider that Mr. Elephant has fulfilled his sacred duty of protecting your interests. It is nothing but whatever the elephant has done, that is a sacred duty. Sacred duty means holy job, good job. That is done by the elephant. What is the good job? It protected the hut which was getting blown away by the hurricane. That is the sacred duty. It helped the man. And as it is clearly for your good that the space should be put to its most economic use, and as you yourself have not yet reached the stage of expansion which would enable you to fill it, we consider it necessary to arrange a compromise to suit both the parties. He is saying that man is backward and he is not capable of utilizing the space economically. Whatever is the space in the hut that had to be utilized most economically by the man. That is not possible for the man. And also he is not capable of expanding further. Expanding further the space. He neither is capable of utilizing the space economically, nor he has grown to a level of expanding the space, nor he is capable of utilizing more space. More space he cannot occupy, and he cannot use the available space also economically. Means how much is required, how much is essential, whatever the space is available, that should be utilized efficiently. That is not possible for the man because he is backward. These are the three different allegations the Commission of Inquiry made against the man himself. That's why they decided to arrange a compromise formula. Compromise formula. They wanted to arrange between the man and the elephant to suit both of them. What is the compromise formula? Now we have to understand that. Mr. Elephant shall continue his occupation of your hut, but we give you permission to look for a site where you can build another hut more suited to your needs, and we will see that you are well protected. They are telling the man to find another site. To find another site. It means whatever is the present hut which is occupied by the elephant, that should be left to the elephant only. That should be given to the elephant only. The man is supposed to give his hut to the elephant, and he should go to some other place to find another site, to build another hut in order to suit his needs. Whatever is the need of the man, according to that, he has to build a new hut by finding another site somewhere else. Okay, when it said that, also they mentioned that he is going to be protected. Also they said that he is going to be protected when he is going to find a new site and build a new hut. Now the man is a native person. Elephant is a foreigner. He is a European. He has come all the way to Africa to do some business, to exploit the resources of other lands. Even then, the elephant and other members of the commissioner, the Europeans, they are giving permission to the native person only to find another site. That kind of exploitation, injustice they do for the native people wherever they went to colonize other lands across the world. These are all the things which we have seen in the history. They are common to almost all the lands across the world where they colonized the different countries. Now, the man, having no alternative and fearing that his refusal might expose him to the teeth and claws of members of the commission, did as they suggested. All these people are endowed with teeth and claws. They are endowed with, they are given the power. They are having the superpower. They can beat, they can punish, they can suppress, they can exploit in any way, any person of the entire world. That kind of power they have got. That is the thing which will be mentioned with the phrase teeth and claws. Since these people have the teeth and claws, the man was afraid of them. Being afraid of them, if he had resisted, if he had refused to accept their decision, what was going to happen? He was going to be punished. It would expose to the teeth and claws of these people. Being afraid of them, being afraid to get exposed to the teeth and claws of these people, what the man did, he went away and he built another hut. He built a new hut for himself. What happened now? As soon as he built this hut, but no sooner had he built another hut than Mr. Rhinoceros charged in with his horn lowered and ordered him to quit. What the rhinoceros did? This hut again it is occupied by rhinoceros. Rhinoceros came and it occupied the man's hut, which is newly built after the first one was taken over by illegal way, the elephant. Okay. Again, a royal commission was again appointed to look into the matter, and the same finding was given. What they did? Again, the king, the lion, came to the place where there was a grumbling, dispute, roaring, argument between rhinoceros and the man. Again, they appointed the royal commission. The commission of inquiry is also called as royal commission. Royal commission. Royal commission, imperial commission, commission of inquiry, all are one and the same. What the royal commission did? Again they identified the same mistakes, same errors. It means the man was poor, backward in ideas, he was ignorant, he was less intelligent to understand the intricacies of the jungle law, and he was not capable of utilizing the space in the jungle economically. He was not able to expand the space which he had in the jungle. That kind of allegations they made against the man, and he was told once again to leave the hut for the rhinoceros and to find another site to build a new hut. The same thing, same verdict when which they gave at the time of dispute between the man and the elephant is given once again now for the man. Man is told to build a new hut once again. This procedure was repeated until Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Leopard, Mr. Hyena and the rest were all accommodated with new huts. See that. The same procedure they followed until all the animals in the jungle were given a new hut. Mr. Fox, Mr. Leopard, Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Alligator, Mr. Hyena. Not only that, many other jungle lords were given new huts. To give the new huts to each one of them, they followed the same procedure. As soon as the man built a hut, one of them was going to occupy the hut, and they were throwing the man only outside. Being afraid of the teeth and claws of these jungle lords, the man was just grumbling, and he used to go before the royal commission. Royal commission used to give the same kind of verdict. It means they were telling the man to build another hut in a new site. Like that, all of them were given new huts by confiscating, by taking the man's hut into their control. The same procedure they started to follow in order to give the jungle lords a hut. Okay. Now, having seen the situation, the man has become more experienced and he is more educated now regarding these animals, these Europeans, these gentlemen, and he started to think. And he decided to do something in order to protect himself against the teeth and claws of all these animals. What he is going to do? Then the man decided that he must adopt an effective method of protection, since commission of inquiry did not seem to be of any use to him. Man understood clearly. The man has understood clearly that the commission of inquiry is of no use. Commission of inquiry is of no use to him. Then what is supposed to be done? He must find an effective method of protection. effective method of protection. Okay. Against all these jungle lords, he has to protect himself in the jungle. For that, he decided to find an effective method, efficient method that is going to protect him from the jungle lords. He understood clearly the commission of inquiry is of no use and he decided to do something. He started to think. He sat down and said, again Daki Digaga Mutegi. Okay, so this is something in the local language. Okay, Agenda Digaga Motegi. It means, what is the literal meaning of this saying? It means, which literally means there is nothing that treads on the earth that cannot be trapped. No animal is there on the earth which cannot be. There is nothing that treads. It means any animal, anything which walks on the earth that cannot be left without being trapped. It means every animal can be trapped. In simple words, we can say that all the animals, anything which walks, anything which moves, can be trapped. That is the meaning of this saying. Okay. Also, there is another version of the same thing. Or in other words, you can fool people for a time, but not forever. The man is fooled so many times. First, by the elephant. Second, rhinoceros. Fox, leopard, buffalo, alligator, hyena. And so many times, the man is fooled. How long one can be fooled? Only for a time, one can be fooled. Only for a time one can be fooled, but not forever. Once he understands the real conspiracy behind each and every action of others, one will be careful. One will become sensitive. One can understand that and he will be alert. Okay, nobody can be fooled forever in the lifetime. That is the meaning of the same saying. One way we can understand that anything can be trapped in the nature. Another thing is no person can be fooled forever. Only for some time one can be fooled. Early one morning, when the huts already occupied by the jungle lords were all beginning to decay and fall to pieces, what the man has decided to do something. It is that he starts waiting for some time. He started to wait for some time. He decided to wait for some time. How long he waited? Till all the huts started to decay and fall to pieces. One day it reached a stage, all the huts started to decay and fall to pieces. When the huts reached their time of getting destroyed by themselves due to the natural phenomena, because they are all made of some twigs, shoots, some kind of things which are going to decay one or the other time in the nature due to the exposure to the natural things like temperature, humidity, rain, to the light, sunlight. So because of all these things, naturally the organic matter, organic things, they are going to decay. So he knows that, he knew that they are going to decay one or the other time. They are going to collapse one or the other time. Till that time, he waited. Once he saw that all the earth started to decay and fall, he went a little distance away. He went out and built a bigger and better hut a little distance away. No sooner had Mr. Rhinoceros seen it than he came rushing in, only to find that Mr. Elephant was already inside, sound asleep. He went to a little distance and he built a bigger and better hut. Okay, now he is going to execute the plan to destroy, to kill all the animals once for all. Okay, at once when he saw that the huts were decaying and falling to pieces, he went a little distance away. He built a bigger and better hut. As soon as he built the bigger and better hut, one by one, all the animals started to come to occupy his hut. First, the elephant came inside of the bigger hut which is built newly now, and then next rhinoceros came. When rhinoceros came to occupy the hut, already the elephant was sleeping inside. See that how fast they are all. Being superior in power, they tried to cheat the man in different ways. But now the man is alert, intelligent. He is experienced now. Mr. Elephant was already inside, sound asleep. Mr. Leopard next came in at the window. The leopard came through the window into the hut. Mr. Lion, Mr. Fox and Mr. Buffalo entered the doors. Through the doors, these three, it means Mr. Lion, Mr. Buffalo and Mr. Fox, all three came through the door inside the hut. While Mr. Hyena howled for a place in the shade and Mr. Alligator basked on the roof. But the hyena is searching for a place in the shade nearby that hut. But the alligator is already sleeping on the rooftop. It is basking on the roof of the hut. Now, what is going to happen? It is really interesting to know that. Okay? Presently, they all began disputing about the rights of penetration. All these animals, they started to grumble. They all started to make a dispute about the rights of penetration. About their rights of penetration. All the animals started to say that this hut belongs to me. Okay, this hut belongs to me. Like that, all these animals started to make it a dispute and they started to argue among themselves. Okay, now the quarrel is started. Then, and from disputing, they came to fighting. And while they were all embroiled together, the man set the hut on fire and burnt it to the ground, jungle lords and all. What the man did, intelligently, he acted now. When all these people, when all these jungle lords are quarreling among themselves regarding their rights of penetration into the hut, he went and put the fire for the hut. He went and put the fire for the hut. He burned the hut as well as these animals. Once for all are destroyed. All are killed. All are burned into ashes. Now the man is happy. The problem is solved. He is free now. He can enjoy his life in the jungle without facing any sort of danger from any other jungle lords. Now he is saying that then he went home saying, peace is costly, but it is worth the expense, and lived happily ever after. What did the man say at last? Peace is costly, but it is worth buying it. Okay, this is what he said. Peace is costly. Peace means to buy peace, we have to pay more. Obviously, today you see that all over the world, across the world, they buy extraordinary weapons, high-tech weapons. They are trying to improve their technology in order to defend the land, defend their lands. Okay, so they are spending a lot of money in order to acquire new technology. It means peace is costly. To have peace in the country, they should spend more. Any country you take for that matter, they spend maximum amount of money for maintaining peace by investing that money on the defense. Okay, it is worth buying it. It is really needed. That is what the man said to himself, and he went home and he lived happily forever without being affected by any other jungle law then onwards. Okay, fine.